Coach, how do you feel about the performance tonight? You guys got a win. It was a big win. Good win before the loss or after the loss to Southern Indiana. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it because after an emotional loss, it's tough to come back. But I was hoping, our seniors would be able to find a way, and being back home would give us an energy level to be able to pull out whatever happened to us. And the thing about it is, it's one of the first times ever I've been here that we've played on Thursday on the road and had to come home and play Saturday afternoon. It's a tough stretch, and that's no excuse, but people don't understand these are human beings and the factor of that hard travel, what happens to you. So I was very proud of our guys. It didn't look pretty for a long time, but in those games, you just got to be able to grind it out and, like I said, find a way to win, and we were able to today.
Coach, McGuire and Duncan played really well for you tonight, threw in some points. How'd you feel about their performance tonight?
Well, you need them. You need your A players to step up and make plays. And I felt like, Dustin's a guy who's been there most of the time consistently offensively for us. And then Darian's been a guy who's been able to provide us a lot of energy. And in that second half, he really did. That tip dunk and a number of other offensive possessions where he was crashing the board and getting his hands on. Wasn't making plays all the time, but he was just making them accountable every possession. So, again, two guys that stepped up and helped us get this win.
Early on, you just commented early on in the first half, there were some struggles defensively, some lack of communication. At halftime, what adjustments did you make to the guys and suggestions did you make to make them better?
It was a mental approach. I mean, it was one of those things. As a coach, when you see your team and they're a little sluggish, you try to push buttons, and that's what we did. And we just talked about, they're going to try to lull you to sleep offensively, and they were very patient. And we've just got to be tough enough to understand we're probably going to have to defend, 7 to 10 seconds, and then finish the possession off by blocking out. And so I felt like we were able to do that in a stretch. We got a pretty good rhythm defensively, but that only came after, being able to make a couple of shots offensively. That really helps your defense pick up some energy. So I think we fed off a lot of Darian Duncan stuff today.
You have two road games against Drury and Rockhurst coming up. What would you like to see in practice to prepare for those two games?
Well, we just have to continue to move forward on our fundamentals offensively and defensively. This team's been a great practice team. I mean, they've been fantastic. They come and they work, but some of the things that we have to do is be able to transfer that to the game. Sometimes we don't. We actually, if people came and watched our practices, heck, a lot of times it's unbelievable the competition and how hard these guys go after it. And then sometimes we come out here and we're like, hey, where's the team from practice? So that's what we have to continue to work on. And some of it is how many new guys we have this year. So the ability to transfer how hard they've been working in practice to every game situation. And if you guys can make that trip a little closer for us, that'd be nice, instead of having to travel 11, 12 hours on the bus.
Absolutely. Coach, great game. Congratulations
Thanks.
on the win.
Appreciate it.